Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. My name is Daniel Cervantes, and you're watching the Christian Adventure Gamer channel, where I talk about board games, other game-related content, do unboxings, and eventually, more often, paint some miniatures. In this video today, we're going to be talking about this small game called Scream or Die, which is made by Amber Palace Games. It takes 10 to 25 minutes to play, and it's for players 2 to 8. And it plays for ages 8 and up. So this is a cutesy little game with a lot of dice in it. So let's take it down the table and see how it plays, and then we're going to come back up and give my final thoughts. And when I give my final thoughts, I'm going to describe to you how one lucky subscriber can win a copy sealed of Scream or Die. And also, when we get to 500 subscribers, one lucky subscriber is going to be getting a copy of Everdell, which is opened because the designer signed it, James A. Wilson, and I also confirmed that this is the, I guess you call it like the second printing, second edition, where it has the updated twigs so they don't roll off your table. So, let's go down the table and check out Scream or Die. Alright, so inside this box, if I can get it open. There we go. So, here's Scream or Die. These are actually player mats. So if we flip them over, we're going to have different monsters. And so the rules, at first, are pretty simple. So how to play. There's all the rules. Pretty simple. Small print, but very short book, so easy read. And there's going to be 2 types to each monster, male and female. So there's Seth, which is a mummy, and there should be another right there, Chloe. And then Mina, a vampire, and then I just seen, yep, Vlad right there. We got Harry and Harriet. And we have the Invisibles, Griff and Grace. And so the story is that these monsters were, I guess, in a sense, tricked by a witch and turned into kids, and they have to get candy to the witch by midnight in order to turn them back into their normal selves. And so in this game, you're going to be getting meeples for various colors. So I do believe the black is the vampires, oranges would be the werewolves, yellow will be the mummies, and then blue are the invisibles. And you're going to be getting these Scream tokens. And so the way this is all set up is that each player is going to pick one type for up to a 4-player game. So you have the Invisibles, you have werewolves, mummies, and vampires. And so for a 4-player game, let's say one person's Vlad. Let's get rid of Mina. And say someone's going to be Chloe, so get rid of Seth. One person's going to be Grace, so let's get rid of Griff. And then let's say Harry. Okay, so these Scream tokens are going to go in the center of the play area, like this. And each player is going to get a meeple representing their color. It's going to be starting on 0, so it doesn't start on the board. We have the yellow. We have the black. And so these trackers here are called the candy tracker. So the first person to 13 wins, and you can also go over, and sometimes you can tie, but I'll explain how ties work and how they're broken at the end of the game. So let's say Harry here is the roller. So he's going to get 3 Scream tokens. And then in a 4+ game, each other player is going to start with 5 Scream tokens. So Harry is going to reach in the bag and grab 5 random dice. And then starting with Chloe, she can designate how many more dice she'd like to add. And the way she does that is by spending her Scream tokens, which she has 4. She actually should have 5. Okay, so what she's going to do is, since there's no yellow on the dice, so to back up first, if we look here, each character sheet shows which dice are best for them. So for example, the invisibles, the best would be the blue dice, because it's going to have multiples of the top hat. The black and orange dice are going to have at least 1. The yellow dice won't have any, so those are the worst dice for them. So if we look at Chloe's board, hers is yellow, and then second best would be orange and blue, and then black is the worst. And so for Vlad, black, and blue and yellow, and then orange is the worst. And then for Harry, orange, yellow, and black are good, but then blue is the worst. And so she really wants to get some yellow. So she says, I'm going to spend 3 to add 3 more dice to the roll. So there's 3. All right. And so Vlad says, well, I'm happy with what we have. There's no need to add any more. But Grace wants some blue. So she's going to spend 2 and said, just add 2 more. And then Harry's like, well, I see some oranges and some blacks and some yellows, so I think I'm good. So he's not going to spend any more Scream. And so what we're going to do is we're going to roll all of these. So we're going to bring these back over here. So starting with Chloe, let's say she wants to re-roll a few, because there's only 1 die here that only has the pyramid, and she's going to need pyramids to win. And she notices that the bat has a +2 here. So what she can do, she can spend both of her Screams, and she's going to take this yellow one and this black one and roll them. She's going to have the roller re-roll them. So she rolled them. Okay, so now there's a top hat and a +2 Scream. Now Vlad is not very happy with that, and so he wants to take away some of the pyramids and re-roll this top hat. So he'll spend 2 Screams. So the roller will re-roll those. So we have 1 pyramid and 1 Scream. And then we have Grace over here, who's not too happy with all the Screams that are going on. So she's going to pay 2 to have these 2 re-rolled here. So we have 1 top hat and 1 bat. So we have Harry, who has no slashes at all, so he's going to pay 1, 2, 3 to do these. Alright, and so no one can add any more Screams to re-rolling, because now it's final. So now we divide them up by Screams and symbols. 1 top hat, we got a bat, 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 2 pyramids. So starting with, this is where everyone can score themselves, but for this purpose here, Grace is going to get 1, Harry is going to get none. There's going to be 2 pyramids, so 2 there, and then there's 4 bats, so Vlad goes to 4. Now we look at the Screams. Now everyone's going to get a Scream, and then the roller's going to get 3 because the +2 and the 1, so they're going to get 3 there. And so I forgot to give Harry his for the all. And now all these dice go back in the bag. Now it becomes Chloe's turn to be the roller. Now if she did not have a Scream token on her board at the beginning of her turn, she would grab a Scream token. So she's going to grab 5 from the bag. Now starting with Vlad, he can add some. And he knows that there's only 1 black, there's an orange, and there's a couple of yellow. He's sitting in first place, so he's pretty content. And so Grace wants some more blue, so she's going to add 1 more die, because she only has 1 more Scream just in case she needs a reroll. So she's going to add 1 more. And let's say Harry wants to add 2 more dice to the roll. And then Chloe's okay, since she only has 1. She wants to save it in case she needs to re-roll. So all these will get rolled. Ooh, look at all those pyramids. That was a 1 pyramid. So Chloe's pretty happy, and you got all these screams here, and black. But Vlad, he really wants some bats, so he's going to re-roll this scream here. And we got another top hat. Well, Grace wants to kind of ruin the day for Chloe, so she's going to spin one of these and make the roller, which would be Chloe, re-roll the 2 pyramid. So now it's a bat. And Harry didn't get any slashes, so he's going to re-roll 2 orange ones. And it still didn't help him out none. So now she thinks it's okay. She's just going to leave it where it's at. So now it goes to scoring. So Vlad is going to get 1 bat. There's 2 top hats, so Grace will go to 3. And Harry still doesn't have any. And then Chloe is going to get 1, 2. Now, each person is going to get 1 scream, because there's an all. And then Chloe is going to get 3 for that, plus 1. So she's going to get an extra 4. And so every turn is going to go like that until someone gets a 13. And the way, since scoring happens all at the same time, if both people get to 13 or 14 or 15 after everything is totaled with the die rolls, whoever has the most scream tokens left wins. And if there's still a tie after that, then it is a declared tie. And all declared tied players win together. And so there is these little meeples that come with the game, or if you go to the website, you can order a bigger wooden meeple. So the bigger wooden meeples are just basically heads, and they got their printing on them. They're not stickers, they're actually printed right onto it, so it looks really nice. Double-sided. So they would just sit and just kind of go like that. So we have that versus this. We have, well, that's a Seth, so we need Chloe. And then we have Harry here. We have Vlad there. And we have Grace here. Also, you can get a dice tower at the game. So the dice would roll right out like that. Let me try that again. Ta-da! So let's take it back up top and give my final thoughts. Now, what were my final thoughts of this game? I really like the theme. It's a very spooky Halloween type theme game, and I think it's great for families. And it says up to 8, and so the way that works is anytime there's over 4 players, the other players will start to take some of the other monsters that are left over. So two people will become teammates in a 5-player game. In a 6-player game, there should be 3 sets of teams, and then in an 8-player game, there should be 4 sets of teams. And the way that works is each player will keep track together. So, like for instance, Chloe and Seth, the 2 mummies, each time they score, they both would keep track. And so they will know exactly what their score is at the end of the game together. It doesn't necessarily matter. Seth could just not keep track and have Chloe keep track, and it doesn't matter. It's just easier if both keep track. The artwork is very basic. I mean, it's okay. It's more of a kids game. 8 and up. So I mean, I like the matte finish on the box. So the quality there is good. The production quality of the dice, they're not stickers. They are actually printed onto the dice. So I think that's great. The prototype versions had stickers, and so I'm very glad they went with these dice. They actually had to print them on them. And they're very slick looking. They're very nice. Decent quality dice. The little wooden meeples are just nice. I'd rather have these bigger heads in the game. in a sense. So if you can get these, which I think you should be able to order them from their website, amberpalacegames.com, and that's where you can get these. And then the dice tower, I really like the dice tower. The only thing I did not like is putting it together. I had trouble keeping it together, so I glued it. I mean, obviously my intention was to glue it anyways, but it was just very kind of janky to put it together. But once I got it together and got it all glued, it looks really nice. I like the fact that it looks like a little haunted house. Reminds me of the Addams Family house, kind of. You know, the spooky old Victorian style house. The game itself, the way it plays, it's not a very in-depth game. There's not a lot to it. It's very luck driven. The fact that you have the screams to add more dice to the pool or to re-roll is very convenient. I like that factor of this game. And it actually is what is really driving the game, because the game is very luck-based. And so if you only get 5 dice to roll, it gives the players more ability to change the outcomes, or in a sense, kind of screw their neighbor from getting the symbol that they need. Especially like if there was 2 bats and I had them re-roll so I could try to get rid of them. You know, that's how it's played. So you could probably ruin some friendships with this game in a simple way. The way that one lucky subscriber is going to win this copy of Scream or Die is you have to go to Amber Palace Games and you have to comment something below in this video of what you learned from Amber Palace Games. It may be something simple, because they're just an independent developer, so they may not have a whole lot going on. I think there's only a couple games they've actually developed or are in the process of developing. And so, but yeah, if you're very interested in winning this game, because I would recommend this game, especially for Halloween parties that are coming up. The contest is going to end October 26th. And so today is the 6th, so that gives you 20 days. And I'm going to try to get that video up on the 26th, 27th to announce the winner. That way I can get a chance of getting it mailed out for Halloween. Because I would like to get this into someone's hands by Halloween. This would be a great game for families for Halloween night. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this game. I would recommend this game. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you all commenting below of what you found out from Amber Palace Games. And I would love to give this to you. And remember, when I get to 500 subscribers, one lucky subscriber is going to be getting a copy of Everdell. And also, just as a quick reminder, please have your subscriptions public. That way when I go to verify that you are a subscriber, I can actually see it. Because sometimes I'm leaning towards being cautious and being loyal to the subscribers that I have. And I just want to make sure that they win something if they are truly subscribers. And so, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.